Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you came today. And as always, welcome to the Advancement Center here in Santa Barbara, which is really located in the world of magic and miracles and beyond. True, where we all meet 4 times a week and travel past time. All construction is eliminated and we head straight for the unknown. So there's no construction on the roads, there's no constriction. We just arrive here. And that's where we are right now. And we have some guests on the broadcast as well. So, welcome. This past Friday, well, this has been quite a weekend. This past Friday, David touched me deeply as he reminded us that we remember. I just remember that I remember the feeling when I heard it the first time. And then I read it a second time and it went deeper. So I want to share that with you. And if you haven't heard it before, my pleasure. We remember something that we can't possibly hold, but yet we remember. And we are there, and it is real, and it is true, and it is us. Even in the midst of the greatest self-imposed obligations, the greatest health concerns, the greatest financial concerns, and death and survival, the greatest fears of them all, we remember. That dimension that we come from just sits quietly and patiently in the background, waiting for us to just turn and look in its direction. And in the time it takes you to take one breath, you are there and you are free. Gone from every thought that causes you discomfort or worry, home again for 1,000 years in a second, and reminded that this home is always there, waiting for you to return, waiting with open arms and a love that can only be felt, so that even as you leave to return back to this dimension, and return you must, there is no judgment, only the feeling of a loving mother as you head off to school saying, I'll be here when you come back home. Have a beautiful day. I love you. So live this grand life with a grand heart and a grand spirit, for the grandeur of your being is now on full display. I had to share that because that is who we are. And there are many people who are needing to feel this from all of us now. Thank you, David. Well, where was I? I lost track. Okay. You can see how that affected me. Wow. Okay. Oh, there we go. I I have to make notes because I don't want to forget anything because everything is important to someone out there. Then just yesterday, Robert brought in Simeon, where his words thrilled me all day while I sit and enjoy listening and experiencing the broadcast, then editing the automatic transcripts by Dragon, and included this passage on the Facebook invitation to the broadcast. Because I can see by the response to the invitation on Facebook that even if we never see them here, they have read that Simeon quote. And here it is. The beauty that comes from afar continues to flow forever, and the energy of your Creator never stops. It is a flow that takes many forms, and it cannot be isolated because it exists in everything. That was from Facebook. And then one of the hidden, not so hidden joys of any broadcast by Robert and Simeon, we just all sit here and wait for the texts that come from Costa Rica. And they came, and I wrote it down because I can't remember them all. But Suzanne said, wow, 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 I love the broadcast. And then Elizabeth. Now, a little bit about Elizabeth. I don't know when our friendship started. I probably knew her back in my origin. That's how I feel. But we've known each other for years. I don't know what she looks like. I've spoken to her once or twice. Have no idea other than her heart speaks so beautifully. And this is what Elizabeth wrote, texted. Best broadcast ever and beyond. It makes me feel like running with my arms high in the air, jumping, skipping, flying, screaming, shouting, exploding with overwhelming joy into a million pieces and getting together in new ways with new colors and music, knowing it will never end. Laughingly bringing along whoever is up for the ride and flight and wants to come, and at the same time, bathing in the ever-expanding divine stillness at the core of it all. Fireworks of gratitude and glee and joy. And then I text back because I was taken with these wonderful words. And I said, Robert has a great big smile on his face hearing your words. And she responded immediately, how could he not, after having me explode the smile of my heart with Simeon's words, and mainly beyond his words. And Elizabeth gave me the theme of today's broadcast. What makes your heart smile? How can we help other people who have not been smiling much lately? It's just so important. Smile is the overture to a celebration. You can't celebrate without a smile. A smile is an invitation. Be my friend. We did that when we were toddlers. You smile. That's what we do here at the Advancement Center. We bring the joy. We look for photographs that make us smile. And most of them are of children hugging each other, running down the street to embrace each other, or just being their incredibly adorable selves. And every one of those children in the photographs is just a reflection of the child within each of us. So it's very easy to reach that child with joy. Yeah. It's so much fun to be here with you. In fact, this is more like a Sunday visit. And then all the unknowns come in to show how special and how connected we all are. Now, one of the features that has gotten into my broadcast is my Thursday night art class. And every week, I learn a little bit more. And I'm very excited because tonight, the correct pastel paper will be arriving from Amazon. I've been working on paper that you kind of skid across, but pastel paper, I learned, is paper with grit, so it catches your pastel. So I'm excited about that. But I think I'm even more excited about what happens during that class. Mandar, our very dear friend, is the teacher. But he's really the encourager. And on Friday, he sent me a text. Thank you for sticking with it, Barbara. your painting was terrific. And then, of course, he shows us his, which is unbelievably beautiful. But I appreciate that. And I can't help but say encouragement. The word coeur in the middle of that word in French means heart. So, what does make your heart smile? Okay, here's the painting. I should really show you the original, but it's amazing because, while you're doing it, your mind is going a mile a minute saying, this doesn't look right. This is no, 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 no. And then you walk away and you come back and say, that's not so bad. So here it is for what it's worth. I don't know how this is going to come across. Now that's a street in someplace where Mandar lives. It's charming. And there I was struggling with that gate. And then I realized it's too short. So it's easy. I just made it taller. And then I realized you're the artist. You can make whatever you want. And isn't that what we are with our life? We can be the artist of our own life and have the colors that we want and not follow any dictation or dictum or whatever, but to just feel free. So I guess it's time for that very special highlight that has become enjoyed because so many of you have written to me and told me how much you enjoy Simeon's words to me. And I love him. I love it. So here. Well, in order, this was written Friday morning. Okay, I wrote, Dearest Simeon, to know what we are elevated above is what I have been feeling. And I know that from your perspective, you can tell us what indeed is happening. Oh, that happened after Robert and I listened to an X-22, which gave us so much news. So I wanted to hear from Simeon of what's really happening and the role I am to be playing in this earth drama. I long for your words. And then I put up the quotation marks, and this is what I heard. Dearest Barbara, you have always acted from your heart and had a hard time when things were not being true. And then he recalled to me something from my childhood when I didn't like the way someone was treating a dog. That was in parentheses. This is the time to know that you are watched over, safe, and urged to keep knowing the truth, the light, the power, and your Creator, as He has endowed you with be still and know that all is becoming whole again. We love and honor you both, your loving friend forever, Simeon. I thought, wow. And then, when did I write this? Oh, this I wrote last night. Dearest Simeon, transcribing your words in today's broadcast was completely inspiring. Your love of each one of us is so apparent and felt deeply. Once again, my broadcast is tomorrow, and I look to you for your pure words by which I can live. I long for your words. And he wrote, or he said, listen carefully. Your answer is all about. Every day delivers a new and vital role that you must play. One who is calm, clear, and fervent for the clarity sought and for what is going to happen in your country. Keep your thoughts dispassionate without investing any emotion, good or bad. All this hijacks you away from your power. Listen to Robert. He sees it all. In the meantime, know that you are looked after and we are all celebrating you with honor and undivided attention. Your loving friend, forever, Simeon. These words are just amazing. Thank you for listening. Now, something very lovely has just been happening recently. Just as I spoke to you about how I met Elizabeth, who lives in Costa Rica, not only was she so enthralled and inspired and in love with Robert, but for years she translated every one of his broadcasts into Spanish. That was amazing. And then we had somebody who was from Brazil living in Chile, and she translated the broadcasts into Portuguese. So many of our broadcasts are in many languages. But I somehow feel no translation is necessary when we're all listening to them with our heart. Yeah. I've discovered that something happens at 5 o'clock that stirs me in my sleep, and I just wake up, feel very alive, and somehow or other I'm encouraged. Maybe that's spirit coming over and saying, come on, get up. And sure enough, I look out the window and there's a gift. There's a gift of dawn. And this morning I looked out and we look to our left, that's east, and we look to our right, and that's west. And I looked to the east and I saw the moon. So I don't know that much about the moon. And then I thought, maybe it's a ship that has been stationed there all night. So that was kind of exciting, and I had fun telling that to Robert. But something stirs me. I know it's spirit. Get up. Enjoy this day. Be part of the welcome. And I can't tell you how many pictures of fabulous dawns that I've taken. Maybe that's why I'm learning how to use pastels. So I call it the magic of waking at dawn. Now, discovery is another wonderful word that I enjoy immensely, and that is I have discovered an extended family whom I've never met, and they're all gathering in a group on Facebook. Maybe some of you have come across Charlie Freak and Colleen, and I happened on a Zoom call of theirs and everything they spoke of. In fact, I thought they should be here at the Advancement Center. And after the program, I befriended Siobhan, Justin, Greg, Marie, and Danny. And within seconds, they all said yes. Not only did they say yes, but during that call, Siobhan sang like an angel and she played her guitar. and her name is Siobhan O'Brien with an Irish accent, and she's from Limerick, Ireland. So we had a little bit of an interchange on messaging, and I invited her to the broadcast yesterday. But I also shared with her infinite trust. And I told her a little bit about it. And let me see if I can find it. Well, it's getting late. But what I will say is she wrote, "That was the most perfect hour I have ever spent. I saw colors in my heart chakra. I know I'm hearing the truth. I've subscribed to your channel. And would Robert be a guest on my YouTube show?" How's that? It was just following spirit. So we are now good friends. And we're not trusting Facebook because we don't know about them. They're kind of funny these days. As a matter of fact, I just feel like I want to share something because I am the mother. And I'd like to tell you that, I think we should do this. There's a lot going on in that paperweight globe that we spoke about a few weeks ago. You give it a good shake and it snows, and it's contained because we're not part of it. However, there are little things that could affect us. So I followed what they said, and Robert did too, and it said, to ensure that Apple cannot delete any of your applications on your phone, because we want to be ready to receive the emergency messages from President Trump. So just go to settings and find out where it says automatic updates and just say no. You'll see that it's turned on, turn it off. That's all. I tell you, as a loving mother. Now go have a beautiful day. I've loved this visit with you, and I look forward to our next visit. And until then, I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a truly magic future. Thank you.